Hello and welcome to the magnificent, vibrant city of Singapore. In conjunction with celebrating 50 years of independence, for the very first time, the island city-state hosts the 8th Asean Para Games, a biannual multi-sport event for athletes with a disability. 3,000 athletes and officials are in the city for the 7-day multi-sport event. Most of the competition venues are at the Singapore Sports Hub and Kelang areas, whilst the parasailing events are held in the iconic Marina Bay. Parasailing is open to athletes with any type of physical impairment, and the classification system is based on 4 factors: stability, hand function, mobility, and vision. Athletes at these games will compete in 3 events: the Hansa 2.3 women, the Hansa 2.3 men, and the double-handed Hansa 303 wide open. Marina Bay is the epitome of stadium racing, with its dramatic backdrop just a stone's throw from the action. The unique shifty conditions will challenge the sailors. In the Hansa 2.3 women's class, local hero Yap Zhan-yin had a clean start, opening her account with 2 bullets. But Cherry Simonti Pippin from the Philippines is close behind and well within touching distance of the leader. The Hansa 2.3 men's class is highly competitive, with all the contenders looking to take the prestigious crown. After 2 races, the leaderboard is tight, with just 3 points separating first to third. Alson Carlos Tumbagahan from the Philippines has the lead, with Malaysia's Almustakim bin Martin and Azmi bin Ani hot on his heels. The Hansa 303 wide open class, Malaysia and Singapore are equal on points after the opening day, so still all to play for, with 2 more days racing still to come.
Marina Bay is so very exciting because so many people they show me. So very exciting. So I'm proud to compete for Philippines.
Sailing is one of 15 sports at the 8th Asean Para Games. The event serves as a platform for enhancing inclusiveness, encouraging people to embrace sports, as well as promoting ASEAN solidarity. The Asean Para Games also combines numerous onshore activities with a busy social programme alongside the racing. Sailor or non-sailor, there's plenty of shoreside festivities, allowing spectators and visitors to soak up the fun holiday atmosphere. This atmosphere is well spread around the airy Marina Bay, the parasailing venue for the 8th Asean Para Games. Part of the Games' mission is to promote friendship and solidarity. Taking part in sport is one of the best ways to create such bonds. There's a buzz of positive atmosphere on the quayside as Day 2 brought clear skies and perfect sailing conditions. The venue is ideal for stadium racing, allowing fans and spectators to come along and enjoy the competition. Sailing is a unique sport in that it provides a real sense of freedom and brings you closer to nature's elements. That feeling is even bigger for these para-athletes. Once they're on their boats, they're away from the constraints of everyday life and focused on manoeuvring and racing as smoothly as possible. And for sure, Singapore's Yap Zhan-yin knows how to sail well. She's continued her 100% flawless performance. The extraordinary athlete has twice battled back from cancer, and she only learnt to sail in 2011.
I feel great, and I think it's really honored to be part of this team and this contingent. I think it's representing in Singapore in this maybe once in a lifetime. I think it's something really proud of. Sailing is, I feel that it's really, it's both mental and physical. So I think this is the only sport that we have like requirement of both mental and physical that makes it different.
It was the two-time Paralympic sailor Yovin Tan who introduced her to the sport, and he leads the fleet in the Hansa 303 wide open class with his 71-year-old crewmate Teo Ki Lin. He's the oldest athlete at the Games, and their performances prove there are no limitations in this sport. In the Hansa 2.3 men's class, Al Mustaqim bin Martin has sailed with consistency, and after the 7th race he's increased his lead, leaving the rest of the fleet fighting for a place on the podium. For the sailors, they were back ashore and resting ahead of the final day's racing where the medals would be decided. For the volunteers and guests, though, they took the opportunity to experience the feeling of sailing in the heart of this cosmopolitan city. So the resting time was finished and everyone took their places back. Although the final podium places will be decided, there was a relaxed atmosphere amongst the athletes as they waited on the quayside for the breeze to fill in. An agonising wait with the sailors keen to get out onto the water and get racing. Marina Bay, with its ideal city centre location, hosts many top events. A few months ago, the region's biggest multi-sport event in the 28th edition of the Southeast Asian Games took place in the iconic venue. This current event, the Asean Para Games, is typically hosted by the same country. The name Para indicates that the Games for para athletes are in parallel with the able-bodied equivalent. So now it's time for para-sailing athletes to try and pursue their dreams at this prestigious event. The added challenge of light and shifty conditions would test their skills on this final day. The athletes can't control nature's elements, so will need to draw on all of their training to get the best out of their boats.
I've always believed in the value of sailing. I'm a sailor myself, so of course I believe that sailing is excellent for many reasons, like character development, physical development, and even in terms of psychology, because we can learn a lot of lessons from sailing. It's a thinking sport. We learn how to be patient, we learn how to be humble, we learn how to read the winds, we learn how to win, we learn how to lose. So it gives us a lot of valuable lessons.
The wind picked up and the sailors could head out onto the racecourse and the battle for glory could commence. In the Hansa 2.3 women's fleet, Yap Jan Yip dominated yet again, keeping her incredible 100% winning record. A remarkable achievement. She's certainly a huge talent for Singapore sailing to be proud of. In the Hansa 303 wide open, the points were close, but the leaders, Teo Ki Lin and Tan Wee Yang Jovin, didn't crumble under pressure. They kept the pole position. The event closed with an impressive ceremony in front of the racecourse. Medals were given out whilst national flags were raised. A time for the athletes to celebrate their achievements with friendships renewed. If everything works to my design, we'll all be down and it's still